So incomplete on first. Let's see what second down has in store. Shotgun now for Breeze. And the hit jarred it loose. It's incomplete.
That would have been a great catch, but it was real difficult to hold on to it because it was contested all the way. Would have been a great play if he'd been able to haul that one in.
Now Breeze on third down. And they'll get him down here at the 23. Call it a gain of 3. And that's going to make it fourth down.
One hallmark of good defenses is understanding the game, understanding positioning, and tackling immediately in the secondary after catches. I think we just saw that on display right there.
Got to him before he ever had a chance to think about turning it upfield. He steps into this one, and this is a rocket. Around the NFL, third quarter at Mercedes-Benz Stadium in Atlanta. And the Falcons sort of opening things up there. Matt Ryan with 3 touchdown passes to help lead the way. On 1st and 10, Winston. He's got the hook up here to Deshaun Jackson. And he's brought down after a good gain. Give him 30 yards there.
Well, that was a Deshaun Jackson special, wasn't it? Deep downfield for a big play. But truthfully, if he catches it short, he can turn it into a long gainer, can't he?
Just such a big play receiver last year. 17.9 yards per catch, and that was tied for the league lead.
He's going to open up the offense in a big way in Tampa.
And he'll be brought down on what's going to turn out to be the final play of this third quarter. 1 quarter remains here as the regular season starts to wind down. It's been a tight, low-scoring affair thus far. 3-3 is our score heading into the fourth. And on the outside, they're playing press coverage. Winston gives to Martin on the draw. He'll get about 4 here, down to the 43-yard line. No matter what the situation, the O-line just hates that because they feel like they didn't protect little brother back there, right?
Man, that's just so difficult for them because just think about every single play. When you decide to throw the football, you're dealing with some of the best athletes on the planet. You talk about guys, if they weren't playing football, they'd be starring in the NBA at power forward. It's a really difficult task.
And a bit of a mistake there. This is well into the end zone for a touchback. Out comes the Saints offensive unit and the NFC playoff race. Let's have a look at it. Some good games going on in the early window. This might be the best of the bunch. And on the last go-around, they really couldn't get anything going.
They had to punt from deep inside their own territory, which means you're going to lose the field position battle as a general rule. What they're looking for now is a little more consistency, move the ball at least a few times on offense, get a couple of first downs, and hopefully flip the field.
Yeah, just something to build off of. That's what they're looking for here. Working from the gun, it's Breeze. And Hill with it over the middle. And he's able to get out to the 32, brought down there. They get 9 out of that one, and as a result, the drive continues.
Many different ways to create space, but on that play, he did it with that big, wide body of his. Didn't get a whole lot of yardage on the play, but it did what it was supposed to. Pick up a first down.
On first down, Breeze. And no escaping this time as he'll go down. They got him for a sack. Kendall Beckwith in there yet again. What else is new as he continues to rewrite the record book in single-season sacks. Peterson gets the handoff from Breeze. And Peterson, what happened? He lost the football. And he'll take it into the end zone. Touchdown, Tampa Bay. So many Many times, tight games decided by one big play. And a lot of times, of course, it's the offense. Here, it's the defense coming up huge.
And you know head coaches walk around locker rooms, walk around bench areas saying, guys, somebody make a play. It's a cliche, but it applies here.
And you can bet they're preaching two hands on the ball here as the kick's away following that fumble return. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. Out is the Saints offense now as they get ready to take over here. And that last possession, really a gut punch. You seemingly had it working. You were in the midst of a very strong drive, then suddenly the fumble, and you're watching the back of a defender's jersey as he brings it all the way in the other direction.
There's not much more I can add to that. I thought you summarized it perfectly, partner. You just got to regroup and start putting another drive together. That's all you can do.
And it pops free. The collision there jarred the ball loose and brings up second down. And on 2nd and 10 now. To throw, it's Breeze. Breaks a tackle. There goes Mark Ingram. Touchdown, New Orleans. Mark Ingram, his 6th touchdown of the season. And the Saints are within an extra point of tying this thing up. Coming into the year, Breeze, 465 touchdown passes. Had another.
With his college head coach, and he told me that when Drew was a sophomore at Purdue, they weren't sure he was truly the starter, even though he started the opening game. And he made a play early in that one where the coach got on the headset and told the rest of the staff, well, fellas, we found our quarterback. Now we got to make sure we find the rest of our team.
Breeze hasn't looked back since. Now it's Adam Humphries on the return. And he'll take it up past the 25 to the 26-yard line. Doug Martin now gearing up to go again here on offense. So at the start of this game, it looked like the defense was wearing him down a little bit. Now you look at the numbers, that's kind of flipped.
Yeah, I agree with you totally. And his offensive line has really started to play well. And the best offensive line coaches that I've ever talked to, when they have great runners, you know what they tell their guys? Relax. You don't have to be perfect. Get as many guys as you can, but if you leave one free, the great runner will either make him miss or go through him. So don't worry about that. You don't have to be so precise. Just go ahead, block some people, try and create some room, and allow him to go to work.
From the gun, Winston. And incomplete there. A nice hit. Jars the ball free and brings up 3rd down. So he can't hang on, and as I watch that unfold, I remembered an expression that I've heard, maybe from you, I don't know, but you're going to get hit anyways, might as well hold on to the ball.
All right, you know a coach said that, right?
Yeah.
Not an actual player. Not a chance at all. Way easier said than done.
Now Winston. Over the middle to Evans. It'll be a gain of 8, but it'll also lead to a 4th down. Tie game, 4th quarter, and they're going for this thing on 4th down. The Bucs go for it. It's Winston. And no, it's incomplete. The Bucs try it on 4th down but come up empty. And the Saints are going to get it back and in great shape. Boy, an incredibly aggressive move to go for it there. Game tied 4th quarter. You got to be surprised.
I am, and I know that we're in a new era of football where we look at the analytics sometimes, and a lot of time the analytics tell you to go for it, right? But do the analytics take into account game situation, where we are, all those things? In this situation, I thought it was an incredibly aggressive play.
It didn't work out, and again, tie game 4th quarter makes this thing a little bit more interesting. Tell you what, he's been able to put the ball in some tight spots all game long. That throw, no different.
Yeah, a lot of people would call it a gutsy type of a throw. I think he looks at it as, I can do it, so it's not that big of a deal.
And no escaping this time as he'll go down. They got him for a sack. Kendall Beckwith in there to get him his 2nd sack now of the afternoon.
This has been a tough one for this offensive line. It appears almost like they've been on roller skates this entire game, the way they've been pushed around. 6
sack of the afternoon.
Okay, let's go back a little bit and see if my schooling comes to the front. What's that old saying? Those who forget the lessons of history are doomed to repeat them. That's the same guy who's gotten back-to-back sacks. I think a double team may be in order.
The pressure gets to him again. Gerald McCoy in there again as this offensive line is in tatters. 3 sacks in 3 plays.
The amount of sacks that they've absorbed in this game is absolutely extraordinary. Let's just face it. This offensive line, flat out, cannot handle this pass rush. It's been demonstrated time and time again.
And this will be out of bounds. Now it's a question of where they'll mark it. And they'll say it crosses at the 11-yard line. Around the NFL fourth quarter right now in Atlanta. And you saw the score at the bottom of your screen a moment ago. We got a good one going on there. Matt Ryan, 3 touchdown passes thus far. They start the drive with Martin. And strong running there gets this up over the 15-yard line. 5 yards on the carry. Good pickup on first down.
Oh, that's one to warm the hearts of all those old-school football players, isn't it? Tough, hard, gritty run, got behind his pads, bowled over a few people. Look at that one, right up the gut.
So through 3 quarters, no reason to lighten up now. And he's taken down, but not before he gets this across the 25-yard line. It's a 10-yard pickup, and it moves the chains.
Well, partner, I know this type of running back. I mean, this size, this intensity usually gets better as the game goes on. I can just tell you from experience, the first few quarters, oh, you're eager. You come running up there. I'm going to tackle this guy. By the fourth quarter, you're coming up and thinking about it.
And D-line wearing down fourth quarter. Yeah, that's not a guy they want to see consistently. So it's Buccaneer football as we welcome you back. They've got a second down now as they search for a score to break this tie. Winston. And almost intercepted. If he could have picked it, maybe some space to go the other way. Instead, it's third down. He was unable to complete it there, and just not the game that you would expect from him. He's been off the mark really start to finish.
Yeah, it makes you wonder what exactly is going on. Is he a little bit dinged up here, or is he just off just by a bit? Maybe he can get it back in this situation. He'll need to.
Now Winston. Over the middle, complete. That's Evans. And he will have a first down here at about the 40. A familiar ring to that one. Winston to Evans for the Buccaneer first. Winston. An incomplete. Crisis averted. Almost picked. Instead, second down. Nearly an interception. If that one's picked off, it's over. So a new lease on life, so to speak.
A lot of times when you're in coverage, you're so focused on the man and the coverage that sometimes the ball, if it arrives, it surprises you. That may have happened to him in that situation.
Now Winston drops it off to Martin. And he's taken down, but not before he gets this into enemy territory across the 40. And a nice gain of 21 yards. They're making steady progress, but I see your face. You're worried about that clock.
I'm worried about the clock, and at some point, you have to have a splash play in there as well.
And incomplete there, almost picked off. That's one you maybe expect your roaming free safety to come up with. But it's second down. I guess you can't be afraid to take those chances late in the game. He tried to fit that one in there. Nice job, though, defensively.
But to your point, it was a nice job of knocking the ball away. But you're also right. You can't be afraid to take those chances. That means your guys going downfield to catch the ball, they've got to elevate their game and come down with these in order to keep your offense moving.
Ninth play coming up here on this drive. This is 3rd and a yard. Back to the ground. This time it's Martin. And he gets the first down here as he's taken down at the 24. Now a second timeout called for by the defense. That'll leave him with just one remaining in this fourth quarter of play. And a really long drive here, and it goes on and on. They run again on first down. Martin, he's to the 10. And that's a touchdown as they've broken our tie here in the final minute of the fourth. If there was a time to break off a nice run like that, it was right here to grab the lead in the fourth.
And it's just so much stress on a defense in that situation because you're looking at the clock. What are we guarding against? What's the first thing, right? The strike to the end zone, throwing the ball. Instead, they come back and hit him with a run. Block it well, and how about the physical run he made? Terrific job finding his way to the end zone to give him the lead.
And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. Drew Brees getting ready to go again on offense. This is something we've seen many times over the course of his career. Can he pull off another fourth quarter comeback?
And it's very strange, isn't it? Because when it's a player of this magnitude, even though the guy's on...
And he can't get a throw away. He's taken down. So off to the sidelines goes Drew Brees, forced from the ball game. And they'll hand the reins over to the veteran backup and former Missouri star Chase Daniel. Back to throw. And the hit jarred it loose. It's incomplete.
That's very well timed there defensively because it's not a bad throw, but the collision came at the exact time he was reaching to bring in the football. Really, really well done.
Decent offense, just better defense. I think you're right. Back to throw. And he couldn't hang on to it through the contact. Incomplete. What a great sequence by this defense so far. They've given him nowhere to go with the football.
And they just have to make it one more time because it appears that they've got their number. Can they not have a slip up here and allow the touchdown?
Breathing room. And he'll get to the 29-yard line, brought down there. They had to go for it with such little time remaining, and the Bucs have just about wrapped up the victory. So that one hurt. No timeouts left. Look at where the ball is on the field, Charles. I don't know if the fat lady's singing yet, but she's starting to hum a little bit, isn't she?
I think she's doing scales at this point. I don't think there's a doubt about it, but they have in this situation.